Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. Now, wait a minute. I'm going to do my best Wally Feck here. Wednesday! Ow! That's for you, Wally. I couldn't help myself, you guys out there at NHC, watching all the videos and everything. That was really cool. You guys posting stuff from out there. It looked like it was an absolute blast. So I have made a promise to myself and already told my wife that she's going to come with me. I am going to be at NHC next year. So I'm planning now. I'm going to make sure I get out there. Come hell or high watermelon, I'm going to be there. So I'm planning on it. So anyways, what's been going on? So the whirlpool pale ale experiment is still going on. And I got to tell you, the Y yeast 1332 is some of the longest fermenting yeast that I've ever seen. It was fermenting for probably almost 14 days, and it still had quite a bit of krausen on top. So it finally just finished recently, but that's got to be some of the longest fermenting yeast that I've ever dealt with. So anyways, that is one batch is actually cold crashing in my Keyser right now. And then I've got to pull off 2 4-ounce samples, one from each, to send out to Oregon Brew Lab. So I'm going to do IBU testing on it because I want to see what the IBU differences are between the hop sack and between the Trub Trapper. I will tell you the initial thoughts on it are pretty interesting. And I don't really want to spoil anything because I've got some of our Homebrew Club members that I've put a message out on our Homebrew Club Facebook page. And I'm going to try to get several people out to a local bar and or brew pub, craft beer joint, whatever you want to call it, and do a triangle test. So I don't want to give away too much information on that. Plus, I want to kind of reveal everything as it goes. Along with that, it was kind of funny. I happened to be cruising through Reddit the other day, and I didn't even know it, but happened to cross one of Drew Beecham's posts on there. And I commented about it and said something about my experiment, and wound up getting a private message from him. And he says, "Hey, do you want to come on the podcast and talk about your experiment?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I am going to be on the Experimental Brewing podcast talking about my experiment. So we'll record that probably sometime late July, and then it should be out in August sometime. So really cool. You know, those guys have done a ton of experiments. I did sign up to be one of their EGORs, which is, I think it's Independent Group of Research Subjects, or so I can't remember exactly what it is, but I know it's Independent Group of Researchers. I think that's maybe what it is. So hopefully I can get involved in some of those experiments. I will tell you just initially that my thoughts in the experiment so far has left me with more questions and more experiments to run than answers, to be honest with you. So it's made me think a whole lot. I've been reading a bunch of stuff about whirlpool hopping and temperatures and all that kind of stuff. And so I think it's going to lead to a lot more experiments, which will be really cool. I want to find out some more information about, some things. I know they've done some experiments already with putting whirlpool hops in at like 120 degrees and a bunch of other. I'll link up the Experimental Brewing blog post about that in the description. Something else. By the way, cheers. Having another SFW from Columbus Brewing Company. Really good beer. I'll tell you what, it's an excellent farmhouse ale. So cheers, everybody. And I like the Saison that I brewed so much, the lemon lavender Saison, that I really got to think about doing another one. So that being the case, I thought, what about doing one with some cherries? I got this Tart Cherry Puree, the Vintner's Harvest. So I am going to be probably doing a 10-gallon batch and put that whole 49 ounces, I think it is, 3 pounds, 1 ounce, into the primary. And then depending on how that flavor is, I might try to get some frozen cherries or something like that to augment that. And then Mark, buddy of mine that was doing the testing or tasting with me on the lemon lavender Saison, had a suggestion, which I think I will probably do. What I'll do is I think I'll brew a Belgian dark strong and actually pitch that on the yeast cake with the cherries and everything in there and just see how that comes out. That might be That might be a pretty good beer. I think I will do is like 7 gallons of that, and then keg 5 of it, and then put 2 of it in like maybe some big Magnum champagne bottles or something like that. Something cool, and then bust it out during the wintertime, Christmas party or something like that. So that might be a good thing to do. Incidentally, as you probably know, the SJ Pour Challenge is open, so everybody go sign up for that. I'm still debating on whether or not I want to do anything with that. It's a lot of brewing, so I got so much other stuff going on. I don't know if I commit to it. I want to commit to it fully, so I'm still kind of on the fence about that. Leave a comment below and let me know if you're participating in it. I'm curious to see how many people are. Excuse me. The other thing that I've got going on is I'm going to be participating in the Strat Beer live. It's a worldwide live brewing event, and that's going to happen on July the 8th. And that is going to be something I'm going to be doing. So I'll be putting an announcement out about that, but I'm going to do Strat's Amarillo Smash recipe. So I'll be brewing either, I'm not sure if I'm going to do 5 or 10 gallons of that yet. I might do 10. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to be doing that for sure. And then the pro brewer that I was talking to you guys about, if everything works out properly, I think we're probably going to be brewing with him on Mike's system. So I probably won't be able to do a live brew day. But if you guys want to, leave some questions down below that I can ask him, because I am going to film it if we brew with him. So it's still kind of in the works right now. So leave me some questions down below to ask him. I got a few of my own that I want to ask him, and just help me with some questions, and I'll be sure to I want to do like a little interview style with him, and I'll be sure and credit you with the question if I pick one of your questions to ask the guy. So let me know about that. Other than that, I think that's probably about it. Summer's in full swing, so trying to get out and do stuff with the family and all that, but still trying to get some brewing in as well. So I will be doing some more. I'll be doing some more live brew days on top of the Strat Beer as well. And with regards to that, I had a thought about. I've had a lot of questions about the software that I use when I do my live broadcasts. So I've been debating on doing a tutorial on that. I know it's really not a beer thing, but leave me a comment down below if you guys want to see that. I'd be happy to do one. I don't have a problem doing one. It just kind of doesn't go along with the beer theme, but I don't mind doing it as whatever. But let me know if you guys would find that beneficial, because I'd be happy to do it. So leave a comment down below. Well, I think that's probably about all I got for this week. I didn't do one last week because I didn't have a whole lot to talk about. So had a little bit more this week, and should be, keep your eye out this weekend. I got an email today that probably, and I've been hinting about this, and I said I wouldn't talk about it anymore, but I'm 99.999% sure that everything is going down the way that it should. So I should get a shipping confirmation today. And I will be able to not only tell you, but show you guys probably one of the biggest announcements that I'm going to have on the channel in a long, long time. So I'll leave you guys with that. And cheers. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Ow! Cheers, Wally. We'll see you.